We announced the other day that we have some big news, and it's pretty big news for us because we're moving house, and we're moving here to Era. The house is actually called Finca la Era, but Finca and La have disappeared. And this is going to be our new home, up the hill here. Not that. That's a stable. So we do actually have a microphone, but we don't have it with us. So this tour, hope you can hear me, but future videos I will have a microphone on so you'll be able to hear what I say. So hopefully the wind isn't too much. But today basically what we're going to do is just give you an idea of what we've got to do outside the property, and then in another video we'll go inside the house and show you what we need to do there as well. So there's a number of projects we need to do. Some we can do straight away. The purchase of the house is a little bit complicated, so there's certain things we can do, certain things we can't yet do, but we'll be able to do soon. And also, financially, there's only certain things we can do straight away. So one of the major things, which we won't be able to do straight away, is this driveway, which, as you can probably see, isn't in the best condition in the world. It's a little bit treacherous. So this will become one of the projects that we do a little bit further down the line. For now we'll just live with it and make it work essentially. But let me move on to somewhere else for you. Alright, so one of the things that sold us on the property, well actually there's a number of things and we'll go through them, that sold us on the property is because we've got 7 dogs at the moment. Not that our dogs will live in here, but for some of our dogs we leave them outside when we go out. And this is a really secure dog run. It's got kennels, the base of the fence is all concreted in, and it's really secure. I'm going to put a canopy cover over the top so that they've got shelter and shade and everything else, so they won't be exposed to 40-degree sunshine. And this is just a really lovely little feature for us. So this area here, the last owner had levelled, and as you can see, this plastic was laid down and then gravel put on top, but as you can see the plastic is coming up and rotting essentially. So this all needs to be removed, and that's a bigger project. Down here there is, if you have a look down here, the plan will be I'm going to put some steps down there to get to that bottom section, because there's a gate at the bottom there, and that gate takes you onto the other piece of our land, which we'll show you shortly. Alright, so these are the steps into the house. Got this lovely wall here and these steps which are not the best, so I need to do something with these steps at some point. They'll need probably tiling. There's also a couple of things I want to do with some nice water features, because we love the sound of running water, flowing water and little waterfalls and things, so I need to figure out some kind of water features as well. But that will all come in time, but this will need some serious attention fairly soon. So this all needs cleaning up, because as you can see, it's a mess. So this area is the hot tub area. It's a terrace, it's got a hot tub on it, it's also got a little room there, it's got a separate toilet, quite a nice little sort of chill out summer area. There are stairs further away, which we were just talking as we were driving up here as to whether in the future we put some stairs right here instead. So there's quite a few things we can do going forwards, but there's a lot to do. There's a few tiles knocked out on the roof, lots and lots of different things need doing. Some of them are small, some of them are big, but there's going to be a lot of projects for you to follow along with if you follow the channel. And the more of you that subscribe and follow the channel, the better for us, because that will help us fund a lot of these things. So if you are watching this and you want to see what we get up to here at Finca la Era, then please do subscribe, please do follow us, and make sure everybody else knows about it as well.
Yeah, I'll be taking this down.
Yeah, this I assume was some sort of pergola
This
cover
pergola, yeah.
at some point, but it's seen better days. I'm actually going to try and keep some of the wood.
Yeah, I think the
See if I
wood's
can do
alright.
anything with the wood, because apart from the outside being weathered, I suspect it's actually pretty solid, this wood. So I'm going to try and do something with that as well at some point. So you can see basically where it goes all the way on to where it's been ploughed. It's actually a really big field. This field, it's about, what is it, about 2 acres I think, round about, and then it goes back behind the house as well for around about another acre or so, but that's a very steep hill. The field in front there, we've got lots of plans for reforesting it mainly, but also Sam's business as a dog trainer, we want to put her business on that field as well and level a section of it out so she can have her dog training business on that field. So lots and lots of things. That's just a few of them. Are there any others that you can think of that we need to talk about now?
Fencing.
Fencing, yes, fencing. Also, I'll be taking down a number of satellite dishes because we don't need this many satellite dishes. Nobody does.
We don't need any satellite dishes.
So, where you can, I think you can just about see the wall sticking out there. There's going to be a fence, a new fence that goes across from that wall essentially, because this fence here is partially buried and falling over, and basically our dogs will just run and jump over it. The land you can see here goes all the way down to the track. That's all ours, but it's really steep. So as far as anything we can do with it, it's very far down the list. We may do something with it in the future, but it'll be in the future after everything else has been done. That's when we'll look at maybe terracing that, maybe just leaving it wild. Who knows? I have found animal tracks over there, so we may get some wild boars or anything like that might be coming through that way. Don't know. But yeah, new bit of fencing going across here, secure the dogs. It'll be concreted at the bottom so the dogs cannot escape. This is the gate I mentioned earlier from the top that you could see. This takes us onto our other piece of land, and you can see the boundary here from where our neighbour has very kindly ploughed his field, and obviously ours isn't. So that's the boundary line between the two. There will be a new gate. What are you doing?
Showing how wobbly the fence is. The fence needs repairing.
That fence needs a bit of TLC. So there will be a new fence, for the reason because the track down there it's not massively used, but it's used enough by obviously people walking, goats. There's a lot of goat farms around here and things, so the goats come down there. We don't want our dogs running up and down the front fence line, just annoying people, just generally being annoying. So we want to put another fence inside the land. So there's going to be a gate here, 4 metre wide gate, 2 metres tall, that we can secure it with, and then if you follow me, I'll show you where it goes to.
Hang on a minute, don't go that quick.
Because I was thinking, I'll speed this bit up, but then I started walking at speed.
Yeah.
I'm walking fast. So, fence will come all the way along there, whereas before, to here, and then back up again to, that's the back of the hot tub terrace area, and be secured against that wall properly. Because at the moment, as you can possibly see, nothing is holding that corner at all. Oops, off. Well, I fall down this very steep hill, which I don't know whether you can tell when you look down. This bit here is very, very steep. And all the olives, look, if you look at the one over there, all the olives are growing a lot from the base, and the tops are a bit of a state.
There is actually a lot of olives on there, you know. There are actually loads of olives. Yeah. We're going to have a good harvest. Not that we know what we're doing. So we've got the olive trees that we are going to harvest. Somehow we don't have a clue what we're doing with olives harvesting. We've seen our landlord where we were living harvesting his, but doing it yourself is completely different. So we will have that adventure as well. And Nick's about to fall down the steep hill.
I'm here. We do know that all of this, can you see me?
Yeah.
All these growing from the base, they all need to be removed. So none of this should be here on any of them, and all of them have a huge amount. And then there's just too much growth on all the trees. So we're going to seek advice basically, but whether we do that before the harvest, after the harvest, we don't know. We just don't know, do we?
Nope.
So we've just got to find out and get some information.
And we need to count how many trees we've got as well.
Yeah, I loosely counted it as around about 60.
So we think around 60.
About 60 trees. And they're all healthy trees. Some of them are older than others, but they're all pretty good. I think once we've cleared all the bases and things, and all the land, then we'll get a much better idea. The other thing we need to look at and work out, if there's any permaculturists out there watching, we are on the top of a hill. Literally, we're on the top of a peninsula, and therefore when it rains, our water just goes, it's gone. Literally, it's just gone as soon as it hits the ground. We need to work out, for a climate like ours, are swales worth doing, or are they too short term?
Very, very hot.
Yeah, very, very hot.
And when it rains, it rains.
Yeah, all our rain comes in spring, essentially.
Yeah.
And then for about 5 or 6 months, it's 25 to 40 degrees plus. So it's very, very dry. So we need to work out how to retain a lot of the water on the land, so it soaks back into the hillside, back into the land, so we're not losing it all. So if there's anybody out there who is a permaculturist and understands these things, then please comment in the below.
Comment in the comments.
Comment in the comments. Comment in the comments. So the other thing we almost forgot, only because we're walking down the hill. The house has a stable which has 2 rooms. One of them is completely sealed with a door. The other one, as you can see, it's only a half door and then it's open windows. We don't know. We have no idea what we're going to do with this. One discussion we had was to make it into an art studio. Another one was to apply to be able to turn it into guest accommodation. So it's like a little guest room with a bathroom. So we don't really know. I guess initially it's just going to be a storage space. Ideas on a postcard. Yeah. We don't have a horse. We're not going to have a horse.
He says.
We are not having a horse.
We could have goats.
Or goats.
We might have goats. We might have goats. Or a donkey. And chickens. Or rescue, obviously. We'll see. We'll see what I can rescue and what needs hosts.
So for those in the know, there are like valleys carved out by the rain. So the rain's kind of found its way through. And I think a lot of this, where there's a channel along the edge here, and you can see where it's built up against the fence. I think a lot of that's simply where the topsoil's come down and it's hit the fence, can't go any further, and it's created a channel through. Again, we just need advice really as to what we do water-wise to retain as much. You can tell some of these trees are gorgeous. again, permaculturists of the world unite. Our plan isn't necessarily to rid this land of olive trees. We don't really want to do that. What we would like to do is, where there are spaces, add some other native species that will grow well here. Maybe some fruiting trees, some nut trees, some non-fruiting shade trees, things like that. We would like to mix it up a little bit so that the land is, because essentially anywhere there isn't an olive tree is just bare ground, which isn't really good for the world. So we do want to try and figure that out. I was thinking maybe a pond around here. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know?
Big space.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Big space, pond. Capture as much as possible. Not a pond that would hold water, but a pond that would capture and then allow back into the land.
Yeah, but that just needs putting back up again.
I don't know if you'll be able to put that back up again. It's twisted. You might have to put a new piece. This section here needs just something putting on top to secure it. Because the fencing's just obviously come away and then bent over and can't do anything with that. But I think some of it may just need new wire. Eventually we'll need a brand new fence.
I think you could stretch this back up and then put the green stuff on as well.
Yeah, but you can't go back to them. It's rusty. You can't. You're probably better off just putting the green stuff at the top. To there, and then attaching it along there.
Yeah, maybe.
Doing that way. But yeah, this needs fixing because we can't let the dogs out here because they'll just jump straight over. This is our neighbour's land.
Somebody
owns it. We don't know who. Quite a nice piece of land. Yep.
People nosying at us.
So here, dogs wise, we're okay.
Yeah.
Where we have an issue, show you. There's a big, huge gap under here, which is too big, because they will try and escape. This fence is, I mean, that's just too much. A lot of it's easy fixes. The height of the gate's fine, just that gap's too much. This just needs wire to here. Again, not a difficult fix. And this corner's a bit of a nightmare, because that's so high. I think the only solution is to add some sort of a post
I was going to say higher pole there.
and then just straight across.
Yeah.
Which, again, isn't a particularly huge, difficult solution, but I think it's the only one to make that secure. But I think once that's secure height-wise, they're not going to jump from there to here. But if we think they are, we can always put an extra few inches on top of this, can't we?
But they can get out under that fence.
So we need to put a skirt down there as well. But generally this fence on this side is actually pretty decent.
Yeah, they'll be straight under that. Look. Gone. Gone.
So that was basically some of our plans for the outside. Not all of them, is it?
No.
There's a huge list, and one of the reasons we want this channel is, one of the reasons we started the channel was to track our progress, wasn't it, really, in Spain? But now we're going to be living here, and this is going to be just an ongoing list of projects, some really exciting projects that we want to do. Some we've not mentioned, some we have mentioned. And
it'll evolve as we go along as well.
Hugely. Yeah, no, it's going to massively evolve as we go along, because, you know, with the land and things, with water, it's just really how we do everything, isn't it? This is a big learning here for us, because we've never done anything like this before, and we're just super excited to do it all, film it all. We're going to film the mistakes, we're going to film the successes, we're going to film the progress, we're just going to film all of it, and we want you to come along with us. So subscribe, share, like, all of it, all the usual stuff, and we'll see you on the next video. The next video, shall we do another video next time of the inside? Yeah, so the next video will show you all the inside of the house,
and there's loads of work to do there as well.
and there's loads of work to do on the inside, which you'll find out just how much there is to do, but there's quite a bit to do inside the house as well. So yeah, we'll see you soon, and thank you for watching.